Good evening, boys and girls. How are we? Welcome back to the YouTube Awards Lockdown Edition. Now to award the best new up-and-coming Catholic channel. Very well done to everyone who's made it here so far. So now, we announce the winner. And the winner is... It's RCAG Youth, everybody! Yes! We like rewards. They make us feel good. They make us feel appreciated. It feels like we get rewards all the time. I know at school they hand out rewards for best attendance. If you get a good test result, they might give you a reward. And if your team does well on sports day, they give you a reward. Even with my own phone, the phone I'm using to film this on just now, they give me rewards just for being their customer. They give me free data sometimes, if they're being really nice. And sometimes they'll give me like a coffee coupon so I can go and have a free coffee down at Cafe Nero. Jesus, on the other hand, he promises the best reward there is, eternal life. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus outlines this reward that he has in store for us, the kingdom of heaven. He outlines the kingdom of heaven in the parable, the workers in the vineyard. In this parable, there's a landowner who wants his vineyard to be worked upon. So he gets a group of men together and says, I will pay you 1 denarii if you work all day on this field. They agree, they believe it's fair payment, and they set about their day working on the field. Later on that day, much later on, the landowner goes for a walk and he comes across another group of men. And he says to them, if you come and work in my field, I will pay you what is fair. The men agree and they go and work in the field. At the end of the day, they all go up to the landowner to receive payment. The group that arrived later, they go up first and they receive, much to everyone's surprise, 1 denarii. So then the other group goes up. They go up to receive their payment and they get the same. They get 1 denarii. Now imagine how you would feel if you'd worked all day on a school project, in a group project. If you and your friends had worked really hard getting the information together, making the PowerPoint, deciding what you were going to say, and then at the last minute, the teacher gives you another pupil to work with. And then you go and give that presentation, and at the end of the presentation, you all get the same mark as that pupil did at the end. How would you feel? Would you feel undervalued? Would you feel annoyed? Would you feel unappreciated? Well, that's how the workers felt. And they brought up their concerns. But when they did, the landowner said, why be so envious? Because I am so generous. The parable shows us something that we can all struggle with at the time, the sin of jealousy. Now the workers were so caught up in being jealous of the late arrivals and their payment, but they didn't look at what they had received themselves. They still received 1 denarii, money that they were very happy with at the beginning of the day. But because they were looking at what someone else received, they didn't see the value in what they had themselves. When we give our all to God and trust in Jesus, this allows us to walk in the light of God, on the path towards heaven. However, it doesn't mean that we'll be rewarded with everything that we've ever dreamed of, or we'll never suffer hard times again. When we see Jesus in this light, as some sort of magical genie who grants our wishes and gives us what we deserve, we end up disappointed. We feel gutted that we didn't receive what we think we deserved. But God, he is not a genie. He is far greater. He is our Lord. He is our friend. And when we follow down his path, we will receive the reward of Christ himself. So we have a choice. We can focus on God himself, on the blessings that we receive, or we can focus on what others receive. We can focus and be jealous, and we can be bitter of the graces that they receive and not look at what we have ourselves. So let's be grateful. Let's rejoice. Let's be glad that we have God in our lives. Let's say thank you for all the things that we have and let's rejoice at the eternal reward. God bless you guys.